And we do have this breaking news tonight. You're looking at it, a heavy smoke and flames, I should say, from a structure burning in San Pedro. And Desmond Shaw is live overhead at SkyCal to tell us more about it. Des?
Well, Pat, this is a pretty serious fire. In fact, it really just kind of whipped up within the last minute or so here that we started to see this inferno come ripping through the roof of what we believe is a sheet metal fabrication business right here in the back of this business complex. There's several businesses, though, that looks like they may, they kind of share the same four walls. I mean, there's going to be walls between them, but they're definitely in danger of spreading to surrounding businesses. Bike Palace here looks like a bike sales shop. And then on the other side of the fire, that might be a car dealership inside of here. And we're already starting to see a lot of smoke coming through there as well. I saw firefighters trying to make entry into that business. No report of any injuries, but this got so serious that firefighters are actually now in defensive mode. The commanding officer was telling them the chief was telling them to get off of the roof now. All firefighters accounted for. Again, no injuries reported on this. It's not clear if the business was open at the time or what exactly caused all this. So they're going to be fighting this from the outside of the building and try to prevent it from spreading to neighboring businesses here. Starting to see some smoke come up instead of flame, maybe kind of a positive sign there. But this is Pacific Avenue, the 1600 block of Pacific in San Pedro here. A greater alarm fire that's going to keep LA City Fire tied up for quite some time, several hours at the very least, it looks like. Pat, back to you.
You know what, Des? And yeah, look at that heavy black smoke, and I can just imagine the smell. We're talking about a lot of rubber and other materials that are possibly burning from inside those structures.
But yeah, definitely some pretty toxic stuff, and now look at the flames beginning to rip through here. Again, I know we don't really think of, metal necessarily as being very flammable, but we've covered some really intense fires at different, metal recycling plants and stuff like that, at car yards before. So they can definitely be very intense and incredibly toxic, like you said. So, I mean, we'll just have to see. We haven't heard about any, kind of shelter-in-place orders or anything like that, but obviously you hope everybody over here in these apartment buildings has their windows closed and has some good air conditioning or something, because widen out. And if you're coming off the 110 freeway towards the harbor here, you're probably going to see this plume of smoke coming up.
Okay, I want to make sure that I'm correct too. I know you had mentioned there was the bike shop next door and possibly a car dealership, so that's where I was getting the idea of tires, rubber burning, if that is the case. But we don't know if those particular facilities that are on fire right now. We're focused on this building here, right?
Yeah, so that's. I'll see if we can move to the north side now of this right now, and because that's where I saw the signage for the car dealership that's right here on this side here. So we're going to move over to that side right now and see. But I saw LA City Fire making entry there to try to fight back the flames. But like I said, I mean, we are starting to see some smoke coming through here. So. It's not clear if it has encroached yet into that business, or this could be one of those kind of like common attic situations, kind of common with a lot of older buildings here. So yeah, definitely a serious one. And calling this a greater alarm fire, that means they're going to have a lot of firefighting resources on this. You see all the engines down here. They're going to probably get some hook and ladders going here pretty soon, as they can get them tied up to the high pressure lines and get as much water on this thing as possible. And yeah, so here at International Motors, this is where we saw, I don't know if that was the owner of the business or what, if he just went running in there, but we saw LA City Fire kind of break down the door to get in there earlier, and I just saw someone running in there frantically, maybe a business owner or something. I mean, if that's a car dealership, especially specialty cars, this, could be very valuable, potentially, vehicles in there that are definitely under threat right now.
Yeah, and hopefully, it's 9:30, so hopefully there are no employees. Will you see a car or cars,
he's
Desmond?
He's got to be careful here. Come back south. Yeah. Yeah, here where just looks like this. Yeah, let's see if we can get kind of a tricky angle here, but just frantically trying to get a vehicle out of there, right there. See if we can find out what kind of car that is. Is that that's an Audi? Yeah, could potentially be an expensive car for sure. So. We'll stop right here and see if they get any other vehicles out. But, LA City Fire's in there as well, and I know this guy's probably panicking and has some, very valuable investments in here. But I have to imagine that, LA City Fire is going to be kind of frustrated with that, or, it's one more thing that they're having to deal with.
Yeah, you mean with the guy going in trying to rescue, or I should say get those cars out of there. And You know, if you don't see other people, that's going to be pretty difficult anyway. Talking about one car at a time, that's going to take a lot of manpower. I was just mentioning the hour of the night that probably no employees there.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And LA City Fire is already talking about it on the radio, how a business owner is going in there and trying to pull those cars out, which is definitely absolutely not what they want. So I can't tell if this is, yeah, so let's see if he runs back in again. I mean, this is the guy, and you can tell it's more than one car that he's pulled out. He's just kind of leaving them here on the street. That one still had the hood open from whatever work was being done underneath of it. Hopefully he's got all of them out of there and is not going to try to run back in, but that is not something that City Fire is very thrilled about him doing. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you have smoke pouring out of the garage. The last thing they want to do is try to have to focus their attention on a civilian who's trying to save property.
Now, did you see more than one person? I did.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. When we first were looking at this door, there was like 3 people that were right there, and I saw
firefighters.
Not firefighters, 3 civilians that kind of ran in there. So I think this is something that they've been doing, trying to pull these cars out, which again, City Fire is not in love with.
No, you know, I'm looking at, again, well, the corner. I wonder if there would be as much activity, Desmond, on any given night where this area is.
Yeah, I mean, you just, I can't imagine. So, I mean, you know, I know like a lot of like, you know, a bicycle shop and this car shop, probably, you know, fairly normal business hours. Plus, we're in the holiday season. A lot of these kind of businesses have shorter, you know, truncated hours. The metal processing, I mean, or, you know, fabrication, I mean, you know, who knows if they were working on some project that they were under a deadline trying to get done, and if something went wrong or what, you know, could have possibly happened there, that maybe someone was working in there, and maybe that's what caused all of this. But hard to say about the car shop here, unless, you know, he was doing some work inside. But yeah, typically you don't have car dealerships open this late at night. I saw 2 vehicles down there. There was that Audi, and there was also a BMW i8, a hybrid BMW, kind of a showy car that can definitely be worth some money. So it was able to get a couple of those vehicles out there, but I haven't seen anybody come in or out for quite some time. So it may just be firefighters that are now in there trying to, you know, do the best that they can to prevent the fire from coming in and consuming whatever else is in there.
Okay, so this is not an area where you would see restaurants, even fast food places or other businesses, homes, apartment buildings.
Just kind of, yeah, just kind of zooming around and looking to see, get kind of a lay of the land in the area. You know, have a Dollar Tree right there, but not sure that was open. There was that apartment building just, you know, right across the street. So it's kind of a mix of commercial and residential together. We've got another car dealership, it looks like, right across from the street from there. So it's definitely a hodgepodge of different things around here. Don't see any shops or restaurants or, you know, this doesn't look like anything like that. Primarily car dealerships, and yeah, there's yet another one here to the south, that bike shop, and then some, you know, light industry with, oh, look at that.
The
Look
color
at the color
of
of these flames now we've got coming up, right? Yeah. Definitely some, you know, intense, volatile stuff going on in there right now. So this looks like it could be a tough one here for LA City Fire to get knocked down.
You see any hook and ladders out there yet? That's what I'm waiting for, to see if, you know,
Yeah.
shooting the water.
They're talking about on the radio setting them up. So they just said, and you've got one that's coming up right here that Des is looking at, because they do have some people that are not all the way inside, but yeah, a little bit inside. And as soon as they turn those ladder pipes on, they want everybody out, because that's so much water that comes through there.
Yes, and that's certainly what's necessary right now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've just hooked the hose up, so we should see that water pipe start first going through. They just want to make sure it's these people they want to get out of the way here that are kind of right under the facade there behind the smoke. They don't want that water to hit them as it comes out of that ladder pipe, because it is a lot of water that comes out of those.
Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting too. These are, Desmond has showed us at least a couple, European or international auto dealers. I don't know how significant that is, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. You know?
Foreign Volvo specialists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, could be some classic cars in there, some valuable cars. I'm definitely a fan of some of the older European vehicles, and I mean, we saw a couple of fairly valuable vehicles get taken out of there. It goes a really nice 4Runner right there. Not sure if that's affiliated with any of this at all, but just look at how intense these flames are right here. I mean, this is, you can see why they're in defensive mode and why the chief, demanded that all the firefighters get off of the roof, and at first they were, a little kind of hesitant to do so.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good thing that they did, because this has really, really erupted.
And they're worried about that roof possibly collapsing. What a mess that would be, especially considering what could the material or what's the inventory inside of what we believe to be, what this is, an international auto dealer.
Yeah.
Any more activity,
it's not,
Desmond, as
clear
far
if
as
they're going to be able to. Yeah, here's the ladder pipe that's coming up right now. So we got a couple of them that are getting ready to get online here at any second. You can see they're up here getting ready to aim this into the roof where we've been seeing all those flames shooting out. And but you see the smoke that's coming over here, and this that I'm highlighting right there looks like it's coming from the attic of the car business right next door. You can see the wall that separates the businesses. So that's why that that guy was running in there so frantically trying to get vehicles out, because at the very least it's in the attic. There we go. We got the super high pressure hose line now going up, and hopefully this will at the very least be able to contain the fire and stop it from spreading. But we've seen when we see flames, okay, that looks pretty good, but we'll see if it yeah, I mean, sometimes we see this, and then the second they turn it off, it kind of just whips right back up. So we'll see how intense. I mean, you can tell it's an extremely hot burning fire right now. So, but that was obviously a huge step to getting this fire knocked down, now that they got one hook and ladder, and we should have a second one coming on here any second.
Okay, well, that's just how effective our fire department is.
Yeah.
When they certainly, when they need to be. So, Desmond, what we're going to do is move on to other news tonight, and we'll be getting back to you on the productivity being made out there.